Hey guys, hopping on. It's been a couple of days. It's been very busy, and I tend to take weekends off because I've learned that when I have downtime, it makes me more productive. So having that downtime is very important to me. So I wanted to talk about Holey Buckets. So what is a Holey Bucket? So we all know, we all have run into people that are always in crisis or are always needing some help or are always having a bad day. And so then we pour into them, right? We want to speak life into them. We want to pour into them. We want to help them and support them through whatever they're dealing with. And we spend a lot of time, energy, and effort trying to fill them up, right? Giving them what we have because we don't want people to have shitty days, right? We don't want to have people to feel bad or go through tough times. So we naturally give of ourselves. And then that person comes right back with a brand new crisis, emergency, whatever. So I like to call that a Holey bucket because no matter what I do, I cannot fill a Holey bucket, right? As much as I'm pouring water in, there's holes where the water is coming out. And so I'll never be able to fill that bucket. And so it's sort of, as awful as it sounds, it's sort of a waste of time, right? Panning out bird's eye view, looking at it from above or looking at it without emotion, just the facts, we're kind of creating a situation where that person doesn't have to be responsible, where that person doesn't have to come up with their own solutions, that person doesn't have to depend on themselves. We're enabling them, right? And we don't want to enable, we want to empower. And empower is allowing someone to own their power, allowing someone to step into their power, allowing someone to claim their power. Empower. We are empowering them, which is sort of like the teach a fish or give a fish or teach someone to fish, right? I think I could be butchering this. I'm probably butchering this, but I think the saying is if you give a man a fish, feed him for a day. If you teach him to fish, feed him for a lifetime. Same concept, right? If we, instead of enabling, instead of pouring in to a Holey bucket, if we start asking questions of, well, what can you do about this? Well, how can you change this? How can you make this turn out in the best possible way? How can you get this to turn in your favor? If we start kind of questioning them, they might not like it. If they really want to be enabled, they're really not going to like being challenged versus being enabled. And that's okay. You'll know where they stand. And if it's a friend who's possibly going through a really tough, and I'm not saying this for a person who has gone through a crisis or a trauma. When someone has gone through a crisis or a trauma, they will need extra support until they get themselves back to normal. I'm talking about someone who just naturally is this way. So please don't confuse this with someone who is a friend of yours that needs help and support because they've gone through a crisis or a trauma, like someone has died. They've had a very traumatic situation in their life that has just recently happened within the last year or two. It's a little bit different than someone who's just always in a state of need and crisis and chaos and drama. It's a little bit different. It's a lot different. So coming back from that. So if they prefer to stay in that crisis, that chaos, in that drama, in that, everything's happening to me stage, okay, you know where they stand. However, if it's a friend who maybe doesn't realize it's happening and you have a really good relationship, they might actually turn that on them and go, yeah, how can I come up with solutions instead of making complaints? And then you yourself may help them shift their mindset to where it serves them versus works against them. So my feedback or recommendation for Holey buckets, challenge them, empower them. Don't enable them. Empower them, let them stand in their own power, let them see how fucking badass they are. And if they don't want to, that's okay. Let them be. And maybe they do. And then you have helped pay forward through empowering your friend, your family, your sister, your brother, your spouse, whoever that is. You've served them. Right? Me helping someone see how they can take ownership and change the game serves them. Even though what I have to say, I'll say it in a gentle way, might not sound great, right? But that's where you caring about that person more than hurting their feelings at that moment comes in. So hope you are having a fabulous Monday. As I've said last week, you know, it's sort of like the red pill or the blue pill. You get to choose how Mondays are going to be. Are you inspired? Are you excited? Are you getting shit done? Are you living your passion? Are you taking little baby steps towards those big goals? Or is it Monday? So I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you're interested in the Magnificent Mastermind, message me and we can figure out if it's a good fit. I'm not taking anyone that says they want to be in the Magnificent Mastermind. You got to be a good fit. Just because it's a team dynamic, and we're looking between 4 to 6 players on this team. And the stronger the team and the more committed to moving forward, the stronger the team will be and the bigger the results there will be. And I hope you're having an amazing Monday. See you soon. Bye.